In this video, we've compiled a list of several things that locals on the Eastern Shore know that all the newcomers don't. So stay tuned, you're not gonna wanna miss this list.
What's up, y'all? If you're new to our channel, I'm Jess and this is my partner, Tony. Just like you, we were looking to move to Lower Alabama about 10 years ago, and we started by doing a lot of research. And that's exactly why we're bringing y'all these videos, to help you learn if Lower Alabama is the right place for you.
So if you're thinking about moving or relocating anywhere in the LA area, make sure you give us a call or shoot us a text, send us an email, set up a Zoom meeting, however you want to get a hold of us. We are the #1 relocation team in all of LA.
One of the best kept secrets of the South is the Jubilee. So something really amazing about Lower Alabama is that the Mobile Bay is one of 2 places in the entire world that experiences a Jubilee. So Jubilees happen on the eastern shore of Mobile Bay, right here in Lower Alabama, and also in Tokyo Bay over in Japan. It's a natural phenomenon that happens when the weather and the conditions are just right, and it has something to do with like the oxygen in the water. But anyways, when it happens, it lasts for about an hour and it's just absolutely incredible.
Flounder, shrimp, catfish, you name it. They all float up to the shore where you can fill up your nets, and to the locals, Jubilee is like a gift or a blessing.
Yeah, and some locals claim to be able to predict a Jubilee. So sometimes there's only one during the summer, and other times there's more than 5 Jubilees. And people actually watch for them, and they alert the entire community. And come rain or shine, you'll be sure to get out there to fill up your bucket, even if it's 2 a.m.
Just don't forget to be a good sport and follow the law. There are limits on how many fish you can take, and unsportsmanlike conduct isn't cool, and you'll definitely get called out. But trust me, you'll be able to fill your buckets and your coolers with plenty of flounder and shrimp to share.
All right, next we have to talk about FAIRHOPE and the FAIRHOPE Single Tax Colony. If you're considering purchasing real estate, land, or an existing home in FAIRHOPE, you should definitely familiarize yourself with the FAIRHOPE Single Tax Corporation.
It depends on where you purchase, but yeah, only 20% of FAIRHOPE has that single tax colony.
Well, the colony properties are spread across town. Your next door neighbor could be a colony property and you might not be one. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It just has something to do with way back when, who sold their property to the colony in the years that it was being, in the years that they were acquiring land, and then who didn't. The
city of FAIRHOPE began as a dream that a group of reformers had. They were seeking their own special utopia way back in 1894. And in a nutshell, homes that are within the FAIRHOPE Single Tax Colony have a 99-year lease that automatically renews and passes on to their heirs like typical land ownership would.
Yes, and don't get confused, you completely own your land and any improvements on your property.
Technically, it's still mine, right?
The rent charged to lessees for the leased land includes the taxes that are due on the land and improvements, and administration fee to operate the Single Tax Corporation office, and finally a demonstration fee that is calculated from the appraised value of the land.
Yeah, the demonstration fee is used by FAIRHOPE Single Tax Corporation to demonstrate the usefulness of the single tax concept by enhancing the community through public parks, the public library, our public beach, the historical museum, just everything throughout the community, their sidewalks, the hospital, a lot of other cool shit around town too. I just can't name it all.
Yeah, the majority of colony land is located in the downtown area and moving east down FAIRHOPE Avenue.
There have been so many exciting projects around town that the colony donated to. I know a few months back, they gifted the FAIRHOPE Educational Enrichment Foundation like $200,000 to help build an outdoor classroom where it'll provide the space to expand opportunities for hands-on STEAM enrichment for FAIRHOPE students. And if you remember our last video, STEAM is STEM with art thrown in. Just didn't know that, so I figured I'd break it down for you again.
Was that necessary?
No, of course. I think so. And the Single Tax Corporation also contributed $400,000 for the new high school track and field facility that is currently under construction. I mean, these are some really big projects that are infusing the community in a really positive way here, folks. The FAIRHOPE Single Tax Colony still owns about 4,500 acres of land in and around Fairhope, both inside and outside the city limits.
And again, that's only about 20% of Fairhope.
I said that already.
All right, well, in case someone wasn't paying attention, I said it again.
I'm used to just not paying attention to me, but if y'all want to actually learn something before moving here, then you'd better concentrate.
Oh, here we go. Someone come get this big baby. Y'all don't listen to him. Just ask me because I don't mind explaining myself more than once.
Yeah.
Unlike some people.
No, I don't.
All right, now one other thing important to mention is colony leases have no impact on property taxes. This is a big question we get all the time, and the county assesses property on its value regardless of whether or not it's leased or deeded, and you pay the full property tax.
And technically, you get to take it off your taxes if you're itemizing it.
Yeah, this is one of the ways that the colony leases are transparent. You get the full tax load and advantage just as if you had a deed to the property, and you are fully entitled to some of those age-related tax breaks that the state offers to property owners, like your homestead exemption.
So here's a fun fact. The name Fairhope came from the early founders who wanted to create this utopian lifestyle with a fair hope of success.
Yeah, I think they definitely succeeded. Fairhope is so peaceful.
Yeah, I'd say so. Okay, next we're talking about the Battleship Parkway. Lovingly referred to by locals as the Causeway, this is a 7-mile long causeway that carries US 90 and US 98 eastbound across Mobile Bay.
The causeway is a little slice of heaven up in Spanish Fort. Up and down this causeway, you'll find the best restaurants in Mobile Bay, hands down.
Yeah, one of our favorite spots in all of Lower Alabama is at the BLUEGILL. During the warm months, they have live music every Sunday on their deck outside, and it's family friendly, and it has a huge place, which is a huge plus for us because we do everything as a family, even show houses, so be ready.
Yeah, it's really a great time with good music and delicious food.
Yeah, and the crowd is always big, so get there early for your Sunday fun day, and just know that it's outside, so dress for the occasion.
Yeah, we absolutely love it there. I feel like every single time we go, we're constantly meeting new people, and we just always have a blast.
Yeah, we actually met our friends Jacob and Becky there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, because we didn't have anywhere to go sit, and they let us join their group, and next thing you know, we're all mingling and just having a great time.
Yeah, that was the day it was completely packed. There was not an open table in the place, and they just let us come sit with them, so it was really awesome. And we met those band members, and we're actually helping them buy a new house.
Yeah, I for sure thought you were going to name drop there for those band members.
I didn't, because I know they're kind of a big deal, and I don't want to put their business out there, so.
All right.
But anyways, you've also got the original Oyster House, and they have the best grilled oysters in all of Lower Alabama. They got an amazing salad bar, and the menu overall just has so many great options. And I especially love coming here because it's on stilts, of course, because it's on the water. But there's a playground underneath, and this place is so good that there's always a wait to get seated. So that part comes in clutch if you'll have kiddos. And we just really appreciate any place that helps make your family a little bit more comfortable and caters to those that have children.
And don't forget about date nights at Felix's. When Jess and I want a dinner alone, we always find ourselves at Felix's. It has a pricier menu, but I'd say it's well worth it. The service is phenomenal. The food and drinks do not disappoint either. This is another spot you definitely want to make a reservation for, but they do have self-seating in a certain section that's in the back kinda. And you know, if you're walking in, it's good, but good luck, because like I said, it does get packed.
Yeah, and opening soon on the Causeway is the new and improved Ed's Seafood. Our local celebrity Panini Pete purchased the old Ed's after it burnt down, and it should be opening any day now. And honestly, everything Panini Pete touches turns to gold. So I just know that this place is gonna be one of our new go-to spots.
Yeah, I heard the menu will be the same, but with extras. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and the Causeway is also a backup route to get over to Mobile.
Yeah, I don't know. I personally like taking the Causeway and I-10, being my backup.
Y'all, Tony is just being difficult today. Everything I say, you're like, I-10 is also known as the Bay Bridge, and that can and does have slowdowns. So knowing you can take the Causeway can sometimes save you from sitting in a lot of traffic.
And okay, to Jess's point, You have to be aware after a lot of rain, the causeway is known to flood and you definitely don't want to get trapped in that. So yeah, sometimes if that water gets high, don't take the chance and just stick to the bayway like my better half said. See, I'm not that difficult.
He's like a Sour Patch Kid. First he's sour and then he's sweet.
And she's just spicy all the time.
What? Okay. But something else locals know that newcomers don't always know is that our curbs roll up early and the Eastern Shore is full of sleepy towns. I cannot tell you how often we meet with new clients to show them houses, and they mention how everything closed early and they weren't able to find a restaurant to eat at or even order from.
Yeah, this is true, especially on Sundays, like I was just talking about, except for the Bluegill. A big majority of our independently owned businesses will close early or not even be open at all on Sundays.
You?
Oh, I was just trying to go for a swim, but I guess they close early on Sundays.
Yeah, and also normal business hours aren't that late either. We aren't a huge metro area. Most places close at 6 or 7. Restaurants and fast food places tend to close around 8 or 9. So for a lot of people, this comes as a surprise or an actual inconvenience.
In my opinion, establishments closing earlier helps keep, our small towns quiet and safe. If you think about it, when nothing else is open, there's less traffic and less random people driving through or passing through.
Right.
So, I don't know, I like it.
I agree.
Stores close early, and the cops tell us that the crime rate drops off during the Redheads' half hour of inspired hilarity.
Okay, next, the Eastern Shore is full of families with traditional and religious values. God and worship is welcome in our public schools and our park district activities. For example, our son's football team, they pray before and after games. Your kids, they don't have to participate, it's optional, but it definitely happens.
And our children see their teachers and peers at church every Sunday and during the week at their youth group too.
Right. Our daughter, she loves her small group and along with hundreds of other students at her public school, and they even meet before school for coffee and worship, which I actually find very, very wholesome.
Yeah, we're not saying you have to be religious though. Don't get me wrong. You can fit in, but we're in the Bible Belt, so expect to be around a lot of people who, have those kind of values in mind. Yeah.
To be honest, having those values really helped our children have a smooth transaction back when we first moved here. So it really helped them when they were transitioning to their new schools and making friends. And they're thriving in ways they never would have when we lived up where it wasn't super, when we weren't in a super conservative community, let's just say.
Next, locals know about the bugs. All you newcomers might not be prepared for the amount of pests that we have down here, especially those mosquitoes.
Yeah, you'll get bit up if you're not prepared. I swear, some people I meet who were born and raised here, they're not even fazed by all these bugs, and they don't even wear bug spray. I don't know how they do it either, because if I forget, I'm getting bit within seconds of stepping outdoors, literally seconds. And all those welts and those bites are not cute either. My legs in the summertime,
Can we go somewhere else? Because the mosquitoes have literally taken a pint of my blood.
No one cares. But she's not lying. Our friend Bobo, he says that he doesn't get bit at all. He says that he has thicker skin from living here his entire life.
he's a liar.
You don't think the skin is like an actual thing?
No.
From like getting bit and bit and bit all the time?
I don't know.
Your whole life?
I don't know, and I'll never know, because you'll never catch me outside without my skin so soft. Bug spray, period.
I don't know. I think I'm just going to put water in that bug spray bottle of hers and she won't even know it.
Why would you even say that? It's like some sick joke, people. What is wrong with him?
I'm just kidding. I won't really do that. I'm not going to let those skeeters get you.
Okay.
All right. In addition to a lot of those mosquitoes, we get no-see-ums, which I think are worse. And just as favorite over here is those palmetto bugs.
You mean cockroaches? Palmetto bugs? No, they are cockroaches.
Yeah, whatever. Roaches. We get spiders, snakes, lizards, gators, armadillos. We've got all the cool stuff down here.
Okay, one final thing locals know about that newcomers don't is that our summers are hot and humid and last a long, long, long time.
Yeah, you think you can handle the season of humidity and warm weather, but just think again. Our summer starts right around now, It's April and the humidity is, you know, going to be setting in any day now.
Yeah, and it will last well into September.
Yeah, May through August can be very hot. We're talking 80s to high 90s. Add that humidity and you've got yourself some very muggy, warm weather that can really make a lot of people uncomfortable.
Right. I know a lot of people who say when it's super humid, it's hard to breathe or even be outdoors.
You know, sometimes it's hard to breathe.
And I'll tell you what, I'm sweating within minutes of being outdoors during the summertime, but I combat it with dry fit clothes, sandals, hats, and I always have a hydro flask with ice water because I get dehydrated really fast. But I do love being outdoors, but I have to be prepared or else I get heat exhaustion like really quick.
She's so extra, y'all. During the summertime, I throw on some shorts, a tank top, my hat, and I'm ready to golf.
Oh, here we go. I'm prepared, so you're welcome. If it wasn't for Mama Jess, you'd be covered in skeeter bites, sunburnt, cold, alone, scared, and hungry. What else?
Okay, Miss High Maintenance over here. That's definitely a stretch. Don't believe a word she says. But speaking of being prepared, I might have a beer or 3 in my golf bag.
How about a nice cool drink?
Seriously?
Ready to go. I need to hydrate. And if you can't handle the heat, you just gotta stay inside. Or you grab a couple beers and you can come golf with me.
Yes, come join Tony's golf squad. He's already recruited half the dads on Tony Jr.'s soccer team. But no, he's not joking. Stay inside if you can't handle heat because it's hotter than heck outside. Stay in your cool AC.
Or find a pool or go to the beach. I don't care if you have to go to the local splash pad. Just find any way to cool off.
Yeah, you can always jump in one of the many bodies of water we have. Just make sure to watch out for those gators.
Now Jess has some jokes, but seriously, we've got a lot of nice beaches all throughout LA, and there's a lot of community pools like all over the place.
Right, and stock up on freeze pops. They help cool you down and they're super cheap. Mom tip.
All right, y'all, that wraps up this video on things that locals on the Eastern Shore know that all the newcomers don't know. And if you're ready to check out the Eastern Shore in Lower Alabama, give us a call. The #1 relocation team in all of LA.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll catch y'all on our next video.
See you guys.
Bye, y'all.